Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you have been following my videos, you will realize that we have been using this feeder for a very long time. We have used this feeder for over 2 years and most of them have spoiled. So we want to replace those feeders with this can feeder, and there are some reasons why I want to be replacing these wooden feeders with this can feeder. And number one reason why I want to change this their feeder is that some of the feeders are leaking, and when I put feed in the feeder, it will be pouring on the ground, and as you can see, it is wasting feed for me because the feed I've used it for a very long time now. I've used it for like 2 years now. I constructed this wooden feeders around 2023, which we are in 2025 now, and the feeders have tried. They have really tried, and I want to be replacing them with this particular feeder for the meantime, so that I'll be able to maintain this one again, so that I'll be able to repeat them again, so that it will stop pouring feed on the ground. And aside of this, there are some other reasons why I want to switch the feeders to this type of feeders. If you look around me, you will realize that the chickens are flying on top of this wooden feeder, and most of the times when this chicken fly on top of this wooden feeder, because they are able to fly on this wooden feeder, when they fly on top of this wooden feeder, sometimes they do poo inside their feed, and if you are not around, sometimes they may consume the feed and it will lead to one disease or another. And again, aside of pooing in the feeder, they are still pouring their poo. Like as you can see, this one now is on top of the feeder, and at the end, all this poo that they have on their leg, they will be pouring it inside their feed. So when they consume the feed, it might lead to one sickness or the other. And I am going to be hanging the feeder, in the sense that they will not be able to fly on top of the feeder, because when they fly on top of the feeder, they will be pooing inside their poo. But when I hang this feeder like this, they will not be able to fly on top of the feeder. And again, this feeder now, sometimes when the chicken are playing with their sawdust, they will be pouring the sawdust inside their feed, and at the end of the day, they will end up not feeding on the feed again. And if I decide to raise this feeder up, like maybe that kind 10 inches, then the chicken will not be able to feed from it again. But if I should raise this one, maybe like that kind 10 inches or more, they will be able to feed on it comfortably, and they will not be able to pour much sawdust inside this type of feeder. And I've come to realize that they feel comfortable feeding on this type of feeder, because I have been using this type of feeder, and I just tried out using this type of feeder. So I'm not saying that this type of feeder is bad. This type of feeder is perfect because it can serve you for a very long time, depending on the type of wood you used in constructing the feeder. And this one again, it can also last longer depending on the type of aluminium they used in constructing this type of can feeder. So all of them are very useful, but this is the reason why I want to change the feeder, so that at least they will not be able to pour their poo inside this feeder, because they will not be able to fly on top of it, so they won't poo in it and they won't be pouring their poo inside their feed. So this is the reason why I just want to change their feeder for them, and I will see how they react and see how they feed on it, that kind of thing. Then I will know the feeders I'll be going for anytime I want to switch feeders for them. So this is the reason why I want to change this their feeders, because if you have been following my videos, you will realize that I've been using this feeder for a very long time, and we are now switching to those feeders. So anyone you want to go for, if you are a chicken farmer, anything you can use to serve your chicken feed, it is very perfect. But make sure that they don't pour their poo inside their feed, so that they will be able to feed on their feed without contacting any disease from their feed, because those food that they are pouring inside their feed, it might transmit diseases to them after they are done feeding on the feed. So this is just what I want to share with you on this video, and I'm going to be hanging this feeder. I'm not going to be keeping them on the floor. I'll be hanging them on this thing that you are seeing right here. Then I'll remove those wooden feeders. I'll wash them perfectly with a disinfectant, and then keep it for future purpose, because maybe at a point I may run out of money and I have more chicken, then it will be at work at that time. So nothing is a waste. I'm not going to be throwing them away. I'm still going to keep them for future purpose. So this is just what I want to share with you on this video. If you are using this type of feeder, just make sure you focus on removing their poo every time. Thank you for watching. My name is Collins and I am a chicken farmer. On this channel, I do share the little experience I get from this my farm here on this channel. So to join this my journey, subscribe in this channel and like this video if you find it interesting. Thank you all who have been supporting this my journey. It is not really easy. I really appreciate you all, and may God keep on blessing you all as you keep following me so that you'll be able to learn how to run your farm. Let's take this farming to another level. Thank you for watching, and I would like to see you in my next video. Stay safe.